Just making this video because I wish there was a video on this at the time I was purchasing a car from Pickles auctions. And here's just a quick digest of the paperwork. Sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming when you are purchasing a motor vehicle, and it's nice to get a summary before you sign on the dotted line. So this is the extended warranty that you can purchase when purchasing from Pickles auctions. It's for about 5 years and it costs about $799 or thereabouts. And what it does is, it's rather good on paper. If in the warranty period any components in the drivetrain, gearbox, cooling, electrical, braking, steering, engine components, if any of those break prematurely in that 5 years, they'll cover it, which is fantastic on paper, of course. But if you look into the obligations in the contract, and they don't tell you this, they just go have a look in the paperwork and get back to us. And of course you are feeling a little bit pressured because you just spent 15 grand on a car. But just looking at it here, you must maintain a regular service schedule in accordance with the manufacturer's specifications and not to exceed 10,000 Ks or 6 months, whichever one comes first. So in regards to a Toyota, that's every 6 months, and you have to get, when you get the service, you have to get the stamp from the service center there. So if you do the maths, it's about $150 for a logbook service at a minimum, twice a year. You don't have a choice in it, you have to do it every 6 months, or the 10,000 Ks, whichever one comes first. So that's about, well, $250 minimum if you know the guy. And that's over a period of coverage, so that has to continue on for 5 years. So that's $250 times 5. You know, at a minimum, you're spending what you're getting. You're spending what you're hoping to regain in the cost of the actual insurance. But not even withstanding that, if there are any consumable items that you're replacing, tires, brake rotors and things like that, it's not covered. So you're basically paying $799 plus the upkeep of the car, which is at a minimum about $250 to $300 a year on top of that. So it's about $1,000, and notwithstanding any consumables. So to be aware of that. What can you do? Well, there's a cooling off period. Thank God in that instance. So you have 28 days from when you sign the contract to enter into it to get out of it. So what you want to do is call the company, AWN, and say, I wish to cancel within the cooling off period. When you do that, they'll send an email out with a form. You sign the form, you flick it back, and within 28 days processing, you should receive the funds back. But after that, you might be asking, well, what happens if something does break? Well, when you're buying from Pickles, because they're a car seller, you get a statutory warranty which applies to it. And what that actually does is within the first 3 months, anything that breaks prematurely, they have to pay for it, which is fantastic. So yeah, this is the guarantee here. So I've got a Class A on my particular vehicle. You probably want to double check this just as you're signing documents to make sure which one applies, Class A or Class B, depending on what you're getting. And you can see here that if the vehicle travels 5,000 kilometers since taking possession, or after 3 months, that's when it's no longer applying the statutory warranty. So just a quick wrap up. I hope that helps someone out there, and good luck.